Dinosaurs and giant monsters are why we created this channel in the first place. And what better topic to showcase than Dinosaur Kaiju? Of course, this isn't related to Jurassic dinosaurs and hybrids, as even as big as they might look, they are not in the least bit in the Kaiju scale chart. Here we will take a look at 10 of the most biggest, famous and powerful Kaiju that have hit the big screen, and all of them are of Dinosaurian origins. So subscribe if you haven't already, and now let's get down to it. Number 10. Rhedosaurus. The Rhedosaurus is a fictional giant carnivorous man-eating lizard-like monster dinosaur from the 1953 American film The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. It is the sole surviving member of a species of a lizard-like dinosaur that lived past the KT extinction 66 million years ago. The species lived as far back as the Middle Paleolithic period. It has razor-sharp teeth and claws that allows it to do severe damage to its attackers. Its skin is impervious to gunfire and even tank shells. It walks on all fours and looks more like a Komodo dragon than a dinosaur. It is around 60 feet tall, 200 feet or 61 meters long, and weighs 500 tons. Number 9. The Paleosaurus. This Paleosaurus was a creature which appeared in the low-budget 1959 creature feature The Giant Behemoth. The Paleosaurus was a huge quadrupedal dinosaur with a mouthful of viciously sharp teeth, a dark green color, thick scales, and a mouthful of sharp teeth. Yeah, I just said that. It emitted a continual aura of radioactivity that was harmful to everything and interfered with electrical equipment. It could also discharge electrical bolts in the same way as an electric eel could. This Paleosaurus was 60 to 70 feet tall, 200 feet or 61 meters long, and weighed 1,500 tons. Number 8. The GAROSAURus. Toho introduced this monster, this giant dinosaur kaiju, in the 1967 Toho film King Kong Escapes. He is a modern descendant of the dinosaur Allosaurus. GAROSAURUS is a grey dinosaur with noticeable scaly bumps on his skin. He possesses a bipedal stance, strong legs, short but muscular arms, and a large head, as well as a row of triangular plates running down his back. On the tip of his tail, he has a type of a club outgrowth. This kaiju was 35 meters or 115 feet tall, 55 meters or 180 feet long, and weighed 8,000 tons. He was a villain in King Kong Escapes, but was a protagonist in Destroy All Monsters, that Godzilla movie. Number 7. Baragon. Baragon was a prehistoric reptile from the Mesozoic era who survived the KT extinction 66 million years ago by burrowing underground and subsisting on uranium reserves in the earth. Baragon originally appeared in the film Frankenstein vs. Baragon, where he was awakened by the noises of a factory nearby. Baragon looks more like a mammal/dinosaur hybrid, and as such he is on this list. His most distinguishable traits are his two big ears that can flap and close around his eyes, and that rhino-like horn on his nose. In GMK Godzilla Millennium 2001, that movie, Baragon was one of the guardian monsters of Japan and was killed by Godzilla. He was relatively smaller at around 30 meters or 100 feet tall and 10,000 tons in weight. Number 6. Varan. Varan is an ancient reptilian/dinosaur-like creature which lived from the Triassic through the Cretaceous periods. Varan escaped extinction and lived for millions of years at the bottom of a lake in Japan. As a relic of the dinosaur Varanus pater that lived in the Mesozoic era, it is equipped with thin flying membranes between its arms and can soar in the sky. It has hind legs which are big and can expand into wings to fly at Mach speeds. It looks a lot like Anguirus with its spiky armored back and at times seen to walk on all fours. In its debut film of the same name, Varan, it is 50 meters or 164 feet tall, 80 meters or 262 feet long, and weighed 15,000 tons. Number 5. Titanosaurus. This kaiju is a giant aquatic dinosaur monster that appeared in the Terror of Mechagodzilla movie. Titanosaurus is an aquatic animal and can breathe and swim at speeds of up to 200 km per hour underwater. The monster is physically capable of matching Godzilla's power. It is a deep-sea creature with fins on both of its tail and back and two tiny ones on the both sides of its head. There are also two antennas on the top of its head. He features a bipedal physique with a long neck, a snout that looks like a raptor, and short muscular arms. His scales are red in color with an orange underbelly and neck. This Dinosaur Kaiju was 60 meters or 200 feet tall, 100 meters or 328 feet long, and weighed 30,000 tons. Number 4. Rodan. Yeah, this one isn't actually a Dinosaur Kaiju but a pterosaur, so close yet so far away. A close cousin to dinosaurs, okay, which we will include in this list. Rodan made his first appearance alongside Godzilla in the 1964 Godzilla film Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. Rodan resembles a large pterosaur that walks upright on two legs. Rodan generally has either brown or burgundy skin with spiky chest and two horns on the back of its head. His biggest version is the Fire Demon Titan of the Monsterverse. In this take, he was 47 meters or 154 feet tall, has a wingspan of 871 feet or 265.5 meters, and weighs in at more than 39,000 tons. Number 3. Anguirus. This one is a famous rival turned best friend of Godzilla. Like Godzilla, Anguirus managed to survive into the modern day by lying dormant somewhere, presumably underwater, before being awakened and irradiated by nuclear bombs in the 1950s. Anguirus walks mostly on all fours but can be bipedal as well. The most recognizable features of this Dinosaur Kaiju is its armored back lined with rows of spikes like a porcupine. It is a descendant of the Ankylosaurus. It has been seen in the Showa era up to the Millennium era of films. In Final Wars, it was 40 meters or 131 feet tall on all fours, but 90 meters or 295 feet tall when bipedal. It was 160 meters or 525 feet long and weighed 60,000 tons. Number 2. Ogre. Ogre is an ancient dinosaur kaiju that originally featured in the British film Gorgo in 1961. Her skin is dark green in color with a paler underbelly. Ogre has a pair of tiny fins on the sides of her head as well as big muscular hands. Ogre's attacks are simple, relying on strong strength and endurance, which means biting, scratching, punching, and slamming into things are her only attacks. She is enormous, standing between 70 to 76 meters or 230 to 250 feet tall. Her weight is unknown, but even her smaller son Gorgo, who is 5 times shorter at around 50 feet tall, weighed in at 27,500 tons. So she must be over 100,000 tons. And number 1. Godzilla. And yes, of course, we have the king of the monsters. Godzilla has always been thought of as originally designed to be a dinosaur kaiju with atomic powers. In one of his origin stories, he was a descendant of a species called the Godzillasaurus, which was way bigger than dinosaurs even in the ancient past. Godzilla needs no description, we all know what he looks like by now. With that bipedal stance, long tail, dorsal plates, atomic breath, in his biggest form, he is more than 1,000 feet or 300 meters tall, 1,800 feet or 550 meters long, and weighed in more than 100,000 tons. Yet, the Monsterverse Godzilla, which is smaller in size, weighs in more than him, with GVK's iteration coming in at 164,000 tons. And this is the biggest dinosaur kaiju. Anyway, with that we come to the end of it, so do hit that like button for support and subscribe as well to be a part of the MindQ family. But most of all, smash that bell icon for regular updates on new videos right here on this channel. Till the next one, take care fam.